Chief Odea was a serious breach of trust with the community and with the department. I don't know if it was an accident or what, but
earn trust back from something like that.
You don't. But on the other hand, I'm gonna.
We got to trust that if they resign, if we would respect them from there, we would respect their resignation. So that's my.
But wait, Philip, before you disappear, well, I can talk to him from there. I appreciate what you're saying about.
I didn't realize a follow-up question.
I appreciate what you're saying about the impact of Chief Odea's behavior on the department and on the accountability policies. What you're saying about the new chief, though, I mean, I personally don't know much about what happened, but it seems like we're taking an individual's behavior from years ago. We've all done things wrong in our lives. And, I mean, how long are we going to hold them responsible for that?
Parents... okay, pardon. Parents don't choke their children. They don't throw their children up against the wall and then say, sorry, I had a bad moment. I mean, come on. That explains someone's personality. When I read that statement, I was shocked. I felt sick to my stomach because I shook the man's hand. That was the same hand that choked his own son. I'm sorry.
Well,
come on.
Well, I'm not that judgmental. I've had adolescent children. I didn't choke them, but I wanted to.
Yeah, so you have an appointment, you have a perspective, and I just want you to feel.
Unless you,
I'm not asking you to support or say, you know, that's something against it, but at least acknowledge where I'm coming from. I'm not asking you to take a side. What I'm asking you to do is realize what I'm saying is something that can cause unrest and distrust.
I can see that. I would rather judge someone, though, on their 20 years of police work and what they've done in the department, locally, nationally, and I've looked at that guy's record, and it's pretty incredible.
Yeah, because they kept it a secret.
No, I mean, I'm talking about his work record.
Yeah, so that wouldn't affect his work record. They kept it a secret.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to fight about this, but I hear what you're saying. I think we have to have some compassion for people at times.
Right, and if you see, this is something that can cause community unrest, and the community obviously has feelings on this, and I just want you to go home tonight and think about, okay, what does this mean, and why is it such a big deal? Why is it so atrocious that we are a part of a national disgrace? If we fail our job as a COAB, America and other cities, it feels like there's no chance of police reform if we can't get this right. This has got to happen here so we can make an improvement and all over the nation. It's a national disgrace that's happening in this country.
So you're going to judge this person on this one incident rather than on his career?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's leave it at that because I don't agree with that.
Well, it's not necessarily that. Listen, his good performance on the job does not automatically buy my trust. So the fact that he had made mistakes and has not paid for his crime, let's say someone like me discharges my weapon and then I don't say anything about it, and then later on I come clean, I'm still going to be arrested just as I were the same day if it had happened and if I had shot my friend. Let's say I shot my friend.
Now we're going from
another friend of mine. If someone were to keep that secret knowingly, they would also be arrested. So listen, the police they have no criminal accountability. They're covering for each other, and even if eventually they improved or they had better behavior. If a different officer saw an officer get away with some kind of a crime like that, a second officer would do the same thing and can get away with it, knowing that that's police culture and knowing that that's feeding into it. And so it can only expand on the negative. And I just want to see the big picture. Yes, he's done a great work with his career, but it does not mean he can buy my trust just because he's been good in his career. Because in the back of my mind, I know what he did, and I grew up as a survivor of domestic violence. I experienced police brutality personally, and I just...
Okay. I hear you, Philip.
And I don't know, have you ever had police brutality, or have you ever been a victim of the police? No, you're white, you're privileged in other ways, so I just want you to understand where I'm coming from. I'm sorry. And I don't necessarily mean to personalize you or and embarrass for any reason. It's been bothering me, and I wanted to get it off my chest, and I feel better. So.
No, I'm glad you feel better. I do think that you know, we all have our feelings about certain issues. And there's certain things that bother me, and that's, you know, a lot more. But I think that I'm just asking you to judge the individual and to judge the police bureau